Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, that boy, Kung Fu Kenny, that man, Kung Fu Kenny, Kendrick Lamar, just sounded the alarm, ladies and gentlemen. I said that man, Kendrick Lamar, just sounded the alarm, ladies and gentlemen. It just got real, ladies and gentlemen. It just got real. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it right now. Kendrick Lamar, I'm calling it right now. Your boy, that man, Kendrick Lamar, just dropped The Heart Part 6 in snippet form, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, that man, Kendrick Lamar, just dropped The Heart in snippet form. The Heart Part 6 in snippet form, ladies and gentlemen. Via Instagram, his only post since the drop of Mr. Morale, the announcement of PG Lang. It's live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wasting no time. Let's get right to the track. Rock out with me.
Yeah. It's survival. I think somebody lying, smell somebody lying. Don't see no fire.
Off-white Sunseeker had the marina. Fuck a phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler, spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Callie's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself would not fall short. Raise my hands to a falling sky. I fantasize me jumping planets, immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me. I come from love, and still cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from often. I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's pause it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pause it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Heart Part 6. Your boy just said, I can heal and give you heart. I can heal and give you heart. That's the indication, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, the track, I believe, is entitled LAM, 6:16 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Heart. He later goes on to give us further evidence, ladies and gentlemen. We'll break it down. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points with being in your chest. Harassing ant. Fucking with good people. Make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog. That's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash, dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever, let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
Ladies and gentlemen, not only did we get a timestamp based on Academics' response to the diss dropped earlier this week. Not only did we get a timestamp reference there, we also got an indication of Kendrick somewhat devising a plan to leverage OVO for his own benefit and gain, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the album indication, ladies and gentlemen. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is an album indication. We know what it means when the heart rolls around. It's rollout time, ladies and gentlemen. It's rollout time, ladies and gentlemen. Kendrick Lamar knows he just caught a body and it's time to take advantage of all the momentum. Your boy did, what was it, 9 million 9 million streams in one day to release the Euphoria. It went straight up on streaming platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy's wasting no time. We'll talk about album predictions in a short moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to it.
Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tootsie slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have his day. Now living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets. Then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing Drake could have possibly conjured in response to the diss track Euphoria was just addressed by your boy King Kung Fu Kenny Kunta. It was just addressed. All Drake could have responded with is, "You're boring. You're talking about sappy bullshit that none of my core audience gives a fuck about," which is why all of them are attempting to find anything to invalidate this diss track. They super reached with finding battle rap footage, trying to say Kendrick stole bars. Listen, all you Drake fans are doing out there with those attempts are just proving how cultureless you are relative to the domain of hip hop. How cultureless you are relative to the domain of hip hop. How ignorant you are relative to the domain of hip hop. How ignorant you are relative to the domain of hip hop. You listen, we talked about this before. Listen, that's your problem. Listen, your boy's talking. This is hip hop. Funk Flex, get the fuck out of there with that bullshit. Yeah, and I'll steal your flex bomb. Funk Flex, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about some Drake's up right now. Drake, shut the fuck up. Again, you're trying to save face, get Drake back on the team. You need it. You want that exclusive diss track. We understand. Everybody's on meats. We get it. We get it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting real. We got to understand the domain of hip hop. We have to understand the domain of hip hop. It's not just about vibes. It's not just about how things, quote unquote, make you feel, right? It's about replay value, right? It's about how it touches the mind, body, and the spirit. It's not one dimensional here. Hip hop is not one dimensional. Funk might be one dimensional. You might not ever care to ever listen to what they're saying. Pop, you might not ever care to listen to what they're saying, right? But some of those artists out there, you go back and listen to some of those songs and you'll peep the subscript. You'll peep the subliminals and you'll see, oh man, they were really saying something, which adds power to the music. Surface level stuff, right? Surface level stuff doesn't last long. Drake's push-up track, surface level. Great for reaction. More poppy, more appealing to a wider audience of individuals. But Euphoria, ladies and gentlemen, Euphoria, it's aging like fine wine. It's aging like fine wine, ladies and gentlemen. The more we give it time, the more we're appreciating its efforts. The more we give it time, the more we're appreciating the effort. A lot of you initially listened to it and said, I don't know about this. Gave it another bump. Oh, he snapped. Bumped it in the car. Oh, this thing go hard. Then we let everybody talk about it for a couple days. Break everything down. Saw the quintuple entendres. All the sextuple entendres. Your boy went crazy. Your boy went crazy on Euphoria. And the more we let it marinate, the more we are able to see the true talent of Kendrick Lamar, why it's not even a debate who number one is, and why this rap beef is over. Why this rap beef is over, ladies and gentlemen. It's done. There is absolutely nothing Drake can do but apologize. I'm sorry. Say whatever you want to say. Conjure up whatever you want to conjure. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to it.
Elohim KTW. No, you can't sleep, these images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty. And one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle, just don't got the audacity to tell you. But
ladies and gentlemen, not your boy casting them out. You ain't about this culture. You don't know what this about. You're not with us. You're not inside. He casted them out. He revealed to us all that Drake is outside of the club. He casted him out. And then he reeled them back in. He said, see. We said you wasn't kinfolk. We ain't say you wasn't skinfolk. So let me reel you back in. Let me help you out. Let me allow you to understand something important. Street smarts. Your own team got snakes in them, buddy. They jealous of you. They envious. You're using them to benefit you. But at the same time, you're not even aware. Let's get back to it.
let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Beer and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing, I need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
bang! It's over!
We know what that means.
Bang! It's over!
Ladies and gentlemen, we know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what that means.
Bang! It's over!
It's out of there. Kendrick Lamar just dropped The Heart Part 6. In snippet form, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. I'm calling it. Track entitled LA 6:16 a.m. That was The Heart Part 6, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it right now. Album's on the way. This rap beef is over. OVO, you've been working for Kendrick Lamar. This album is about to go crazy. This album is about to go crazy. I'm calling it, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. The rap beef is over. It's not even close. There's nothing Drake can do, say, or respond. There's nothing he can do at this point. If you listen, yeah, we'll say, let's give him some time. Let's give him a chance. Let's see what he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, we know who Drake is by now. I'm a fan of Drake, but I know what hip hop is. I know the arena of hip hop, what it means, what it comes from, what it stands for. And in this competition, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. It's over. It's like when Michael Jordan goes to the finals. We know what's about to happen. Greatness. It's when Michael Jordan goes to the finals, ladies and gentlemen, we know what's about to happen. Greatness. We know Stockton and Malone are talented players, but they don't got Jordan. They don't got Jordan. And again, Jordan didn't do it by himself. We understand that, right? But Jordan was great. And he never was less than that. When it came to that game, ladies and gentlemen. When it came to the time to put that ring on your finger and call yourself the greatest, he never shied away. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what this is. I want to let you all understand the very clear fact that Drake is a phenomenal artist. I am not against Drake. This isn't Kendrick fans versus Drake fans, right? This is us putting hip hop into perspective. Drake is a talented pop artist, And calling him a pop artist is not a shade. It's not putting him beneath anything, right? I mean, for him to be on that level of recognition popularly is an accomplishment. But hip hop is where the respect is. That's what Kendrick's been saying this entire time. Pop music is going to give you the money and the fame. Great. But what matters more? Money and fame or respect? Money and fame, it leaves when you die. Respect lives forever. Hip hop is the domain of respect. It's a competitive sport. It's not about keeping up with the next thing. It's about showing up and being the best at it that you can be. And at the end of the day, what will they call you? The greatest to ever do it? The GOAT? Or he was just good at this? Were you a role player? Were you just good at this one thing? Or were you in contention to be one of the greatest players of all time? Were you just the highlight, the one-hit wonder? What is it? That's the game of hip-hop, ladies and gentlemen. That's why hip-hop has spanned across multiple areas of popular culture, fashion, sports, everything, language, everything, education, everything. And a lot of people out there, hip hop's dead, everybody wants to talk about this every so often. It ain't going nowhere. The genre of hip hop music is the most viable, living, and breathing form of cultural expression ever. Ever. In the domain of music. And as we come to the precipice of this conversation between two greats, we are brought to the reality of the fact that we have to draw a line in the sand as to what music is, as to what rap is, as to what hip hop is, right? As to what we deem to be the greatest in the domain of hip hop or rap. And ladies and gentlemen, hip hop is at the top of that hierarchy. Hip hop is at the top of that hierarchy of music, ladies and gentlemen. We don't care about the money and the fame and how you manage a population of consumers. We don't care. We don't care. But when you come to this arena and you spit and you give us bars and you get that ain't no amount of money can pay you more than a person's ability to create that expression on someone's face when they hear something hard, something fire, and it lives forever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about Drake fans versus Kendrick fans. This is about drawing a line in the sand and putting hip hop into perspective and allowing us to further appreciate this blessing that was created and passed down and still lives today and will forever live in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your participation, but the rap beef is over. The number one of this era, the greatest of this era to do it is Kendrick Lamar. Drake, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You've made great music. You've been able to traverse so many different lanes and continue to appeal and have one of the largest impacts across all groups of people in the domain of music. And you continue to do it and you will continue to do it. My only knock on Drake is that your last good project to me, your last good sincere project to me was Nothing Was the Same. And at one point you tried to get back to it, but it just didn't hit. And then you just took off in the direction that you thought was more commercially beneficial for yourself. And I respect it. When you know your lane of money and fame, take advantage of it. I would like to see Drake get back to that organic Drake, less appeal to the younger audience, more appeal to your core fans. Because quite honestly, I don't know your financial situation, but I don't think you need the money anymore. I think you should be more concerned with respect and sincerity. And I think you should take your time on whatever next project you're working on and give people that take care too. Give people that nothing was the same too. Again, I'm not asking for you to backtrack. I'm not asking you for you to not grow. But there's a nature of your music that existed before that crossover to attempt to appeal to this trap this trap genre. And when we all know what we're talking about here, we know who that real Drake is, right? And Kendrick mentioned it. That melodic Drake, right? That melodic Drake, that's you, bruh. Right? That combination of rapping and harmonization, that's you, bruh. That's what we loved. That's what we liked. And then it was that realness, that that sensitivity you expressed, right? Making yourself vulnerable to the music listener. That was you. You don't have to be this hard guy. You don't got to be out here ego balling for nobody. You got the money and the fame. You ain't going nowhere. Go out with some respect. Go out with some respect. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about Kendrick versus Drake. This is not about Kendrick fans versus Drake fans. This is about drawing a line in the sand about what hip hop is, what rap means. Rap is very diverse. Hip hop has its derivatives. It has expanded. It is a living, breathing culture. It's not just this breakdancing and graffiti, however it was at its origin, right? We are not the same way we were at the day that we were born, right? We have been conditioned over time, and so has hip hop, and we can't perceive it and look at it as it was in its inception. While we understand its core values, its basis of culture, it has transcended its origin. And we have to understand that. We can't continue to live in the Stone Ages. Travis Scott is hip hop. Killer Mike is hip hop. J. Cole is hip hop. Nas is hip hop. Drake is hip hop. But they have become champions of these derivatives of hip hop. Travis Scott, the champion of melodic, modern, futuristic, trappy, rock, hip hop. Lil Uzi Vert, a champion of new age, rock, trappy, melodic, hip hop. Drake, a champion of not only a derivative of hip hop, but music in general and pop as a whole. A champion of hip hop. He took hip hop, he took rap on a whole nother level of popular music, similar to LL Cool J. We have to give all of these individuals their respect. But when we talk about who's number one, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kendrick Lamar, because he embodies all of what hip hop stands for now and then. And he's made music with all of these individuals. And he is something that all of these individuals today are not. But every individual who has ever graced the face of hip hop is. One of the best lyricists, rapper, songwriters, storytellers, album makers, commercially successful, popular music artists, touring artists, concert artists. There's nothing in the area of music that Kendrick Lamar has not done, along with the respect of being a generally great person and benefit to the culture. Ladies and gentlemen, Kendrick Lamar is the LeBron James of the rap game. He does it all, keeps a clean record. There's nothing you can take away from him. There's nothing that you can say he does bad. Yeah, maybe he might miss a free throw every now and then, but he barely gets a foul call. and he still balls out. Ladies and gentlemen, the rap beef is over, and I hope you learned something. I hope you learned something, ladies and gentlemen. This won't be the last rap beef of its kind. I'm looking for the next Jay-Z and Nas, the next Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I'm interested to see how hip-hop and its derivatives grow in futures to come. And to the young generation out there, understand, you have to lift up hip-hop. We have to understand the music that we are consuming in its proximity to our benefit and our demise. Unfortunately, we live in a time, day, and era where there's a certain version of music which is very degenerate, which is commercial. Trap music was not commercial music coming up. Jeezy and Gucci were probably the first commercial trap artists we've ever seen. Maybe T.I., right? But they made music that appealed to a higher level of human engagement that wasn't so degenerate. Nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, you got to draw that line in the sand and say to yourself, we appreciate this music for what it is, but there's certain artists that are carrying the torch of hip hop and embodying its culmination, embodying it as a whole. And there are certain people that are just taking parts of it and moving forward. And I think if Travis Scott can give us a album where maybe he's rapping a little bit more, he can do that for the new generation also. Talking a little bit more about his story, being a little bit more direct. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for listening. This has been another great episode, and it's only getting better. The views are climbing, the likes are climbing, the comments are climbing on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're not on X yet. It get a little crazy there, but we'll get there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for listening. Another episode of Jordan Reviews It. Take care, everybody. Peace.